Hey loves, it's your girl MariahSincere, and I am back with another Bomb Live. I am an American woman who has been living and traveling abroad for the past 2 years. On this channel, we talk about the realities of travel, um, relocation. I had a brain fart, y'all. And cultural assimilation in these countries. So if that's something that you're interested in, then subscribe to my channel. You are in the right place, guys. Today we have a couple of very interesting topics to talk about. Okay, so it seems like anti-foreigner sentiment just in general, like this is apart from the passport bros, even though we're going to get into that. We're going to get into that because it definitely contributes. But anti-foreigner sentiment in Colombia is rising. It looks like due to low tourism numbers, Airbnb prices are going down in Colombia. So it looks like if you're going to go, now is the time to go, especially since we're coming off of the tail end of the hurricane. And shout out, guys, there are still channels through which you can donate if you still want to help Colombia. Remember, the road to recovery is going to be long. They not going to be right for at least another 5 years. What's up, by golly, Batman? What's up? Shout out to the chat. Salute to the chat. Y'all remember to hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. But, because of y'all got to know, whenever there's like an earthquake, people are a little bit scared to travel. So now's the time. I'm going to show y'all what Coach, I think it's Coach AJ on Instagram, what he posted about the Airbnb prices being down. And we're going to talk about the fact that your money is just not going as long as it used to go in Colombia. Okay, I saw that the peso, let me go look and see right now. It looked like the US dollar fell to the peso to $1 is like 3,000 pesos, right? And when I first went to Colombia, y'all, for $1 US, you got about 4,500 pesos, and that was in 2024. So that's a steep decline. And I noticed that when I left in at the end of May, that I didn't have as much buying power, or it didn't seem like my money was going as far as it should have. Now, this probably wouldn't be a problem if you go somewhere like in the Campo, one of the smaller towns, because cost of living is still very cheap. You can still get a 2-bedroom apartment with the bathroom for $250, $300. But if you're trying to live somewhere like Medellin, which is like the California of Colombia, yeah, that's a huge difference. It is, especially if you're trying to buy property. So let me see. USD to Colombian peso. Let's see what it is now. Okay, so yeah. So right now, $1 US is worth 3,035 Colombian pesos. That's not good, y'all. That's not good. And the buying power is steady going down. So y'all let me know, chat. Do y'all plan on taking any trips to Colombia? I also came on here I don't want to be messy, but I gotta be messy. Originally, I wasn't gonna say anything about this, but I gotta say something about it, right? I feel like it's very necessary. Now, the Homies Hub, people have been coming in my chat and it's like the Homies Hub is staying in, New York or whatever the case may be. And honestly, I thought he was just stopping there on his next trip because I saw he was back home. Everybody kept telling me. I didn't realize he was moving back, and people kept saying that. They kept saying that, oh, he's moving in with his mom and whatever the case may be. That in itself isn't necessarily a bad thing, to be honest. A lot of people wish they had family that they could land on. So that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's the way that he handled me. Now, let me say this first and foremost. What's up, Bismarck? Good night, Mariah. I need to hear some fire tonight. I got y'all tonight, but I'm going to address this. Let me say this. I remember when the Homies Hub first found me, And his main sticking point was that I was a single mom, and he thought I had only been in Colombia for a couple months. Even though it had been 2 years, I left to go travel for like a few months at the end of 2015, 2025, and I came back, right? But I had been out of the country for a minute, you know, and I had been in Colombia for a minute. And not just that, I don't think he knew that I speak Spanish. I don't think he knew that I already had friends in Colombia. So he made so many assumptions about my life. And his prediction was that I would be going back to America, right? That I was going to have such a hard time, that I was going to feel super lonely, and that I was going to go back to America, or that I was going to be like turning to Black men for friendships, even though, like, let's be very clear, I've always had Black male friends because I am Black. Okay. I mean, that don't even make sense. My page have never been an anti-Black man page or anything like that. So I don't know what he was talking about. And then the friends that I did end up meeting in Colombia that were Black men, they befriended me. I didn't go seeking them, but I digress. Nevertheless, he spoke ill on me and my journey and was like, she's going to go back home. And now, I don't like to be this person, but it was like, were you projecting onto me? Look at you. You're the one that's back in the United States. So it was like, were all of your thoughts and your fears and your concerns, were those yours and you were putting it onto me? Because you were a single man and you're like, it's hard for me out here as a single man. How can she do it as a single mom? And then like all the comments that you were making off of me living off child support, I can't live off of what I get on child support. Let's be very clear. Even Robert knows how much I get. And even he came on here and told y'all like, that ain't shit to raise a kid. I can't raise a kid off of what I get on child support, let alone live out of the country. But what it seemed like to me, the homies hub, is that you were having fears and concerns about money. And it's like, how could this single mom be doing this? And it's hard for me as a single man. And in that case, you should have just said that or not said anything about me at all. And this is not me wishing on your downfall. Luckily, we come from a great country where it's nothing for us to go back there and rebuild. But it's like the bad you speak on others, you got to watch because it might come back to you. It just might come back to you. So again, this is not me, gloating over his downfall, because really it's honestly and truly, y'all, it's not a downfall. There are worse places to have to go back to than the United States. But it looks like he's having to go back, reassess, and rebuild, like a lot of people might have to do when they go abroad and they think it's going to go one way and it's not another. It takes a lot of grit to stick it out, even through like the hard times. You got to be dedicated and determined, okay? And sometimes it's easier to just go back to the United States and rebuild if you have a support system. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But my whole thing was all of that, y'all. You did all that speaking on me just for it to turn out to be pure projection. Pure projection. So I wish you well. I'm not here to talk shit about you. I'm really not. But I am going to point out the fact that the thing that you spoke about my journey, that ended up what happened to you. Anyway, I wish you well, sir. Just left from being in Santo Domingo. What's up, Richie Blanco? For a week, it was too lit. Where'd you go? I'm still going to Colombia. Exchange rate isn't a big thing for me. Yeah, like, okay, I'm going to be honest. The exchange rate, I feel like if you're a person that's like from California and New York where everything is super expensive, then Medellin is still going to be cheap for you. It's just like you taking a trip from New York and you're going to some podunk town in Mississippi or Texas, it's always cheaper for y'all. The people who feel it the most are going to be people like myself, who are from the South, who are from places where we're already accustomed to things being cheaper. It's really not that much of a difference. Even like rental prices in Medellin were becoming pretty comparable to rental prices in Dallas, especially if you were getting something furnished. So, but for y'all Northerners and people from the West Coast, like, it's not a thing. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my boy Kari HQ's channel. Shout out to Kari. And I like Kari. I know Kari in real life. That's my friend. Well, more than likely hang out when I go back to Medellin. He's a really cool, solid dude, okay? And what I feel like Kari does not get the respect that he deserves in the space. And the reason why I say that is because all the things that everybody's trying to do, Kari already did it. Kari has his residency in Medellin. Kari owns property in Medellin. Kari's had real relationships with girls who are not pros in Medellin. And he's been doing it for 6 years. And I feel like the travel space, especially the men, y'all will throw y'all support more towards a sexpat or a man that's purely traveling for sex and telling you like, oh, you know, y'all will pay that person for a consultation about how to get pros, which is easy. Just go talk to him and offer him some money. You don't need any advice on that. Versus somebody who's actually living that life and has had to go through the pain and the loneliness that comes with being a foreigner, trying to navigate a new country. Like Kari, learn Spanish. Kari speaks very good Spanish. I've been with him. He does his interviews in Spanish. He didn't learn Spanish till he went to Colombia, y'all. He learned it from the ground up. Got girlfriends. Bought a property. But people bash him, and I don't understand why. I don't understand why. Is it because he's not promoting pay for play? Is it that? Is it that? Okay, so we're going to go to his video. And y'all, shout out to Kari too, because he was in Medellin during the earthquake. Y'all, he sent me a video from inside his apartment. It was so scary. Y'all make sure y'all are hitting the like button. Now, this is a video on Kari's channel titled Black Travelers Are Being Denied Entry to Colombia. The Hard Truth. Now, I've been told y'all, well, we'll get into his video and then I'll give my commentary. Make sure y'all smash that like button. Oh, y'all, on Saturday, I'll be making a stop in Puerto Rico. Real quick, I'm gonna give y'all some updates on me. Y'all subscribe if y'all are not subscribed. And on Saturday, I'm going to pick up my daughter because y'all know she's been with her dad for the summer. I'm gonna have my daughter back. On Saturday, I will be making a stop in Puerto Rico, and I will be leaving on Monday to go to the United States. So when I go to Puerto Rico, that night, that Saturday night, I'm going to go out. I may or may not go live while I go out because I really want to have fun. I want to go to La Placita. I want to listen to music. I want to dance. I want to eat cancan. I want to have a little bit of drinks, you know, and then, you know, Sunday, I'll probably do like a beach day, go to the beach, maybe go see some sights, definitely go to the beach. And then, of course, on Monday, I'll be making my way back to the United States. So I'll be going live during all of this.
Try to unpack the recent issues that travelers have been having with migration Colombia as it pertains especially to the Black community, as there's been a lot of commentary made about how they are targeting Black people and treating Black people bad. Now, all I want to do really in this video is dispute some of the rumors, and also I want to show y'all why they look at Black people in such a bad way here in Colombia. And it's not their fault 100%. Some of the blame is on you, Black man. That's right. I'm going to use some of the content that I've seen Black creators put out to show you exactly why Colombians look at most black travelers as degenerate passport bros. All right. So with no further ado, let's hop into it.
Hola, Romeo.
So first off, I gotta just be straight with you guys. Someone sent me this dude's video, Skita. He's kind of a new creator that I've never heard of up until this point, but he's doing his thing. 6,000K subscribers. Skita. I hope I'm saying that right. And I'm not the YouTube police either, so I want to say that. But now we're having these issues where people are kind of throwing their hands up like, what's going on? Why are they keep posting black people to the migration page for getting rejected from the country, refused entry from the country? Why is this happening over and over to black guys? Well, as a black man, I have to say I don't see as many videos and content coming from other races like what we're about to watch here.
Didn't I say that? Now, let me be very clear. How often do you show around the city that you're in? I need to do it more often. As a matter of fact, I made a video. I've had videos in the chamber on Santo Domingo. The problem is, girl, I have to edit the videos. Like, it's actual work. I'd rather just go live. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather just go live. But then when you go live, you got to be careful because they be playing music and all that. It's a lot. But I'll go live when I'm in Puerto Rico. For sure. And then I'll do it more when I come back here. Okay. I promise. Okay. I keep telling y'all keep saying, well, why is it that they're just singling out the black people? It's because the black people, I'm sorry, guys, but the black men are the loudest about what you're doing overseas in terms of your sex life. It just is what it is. Even when the men bring up, well, when are you going to talk about the women going to Jamaica and getting rubbed down and having sex with the Jamaican men? It's like the women aren't putting it on blast. It's like y'all want people who are not drawing as much attention to themselves to get the same amount of scrutiny. And that's not how life works. It's just not how that goes. Now, I have done content on here about women, especially older women, going to these countries and messing with these young boys. Okay, get them in at 18, 19, and you in your 30s and 40s. I think that's disgusting. And I've done content on here. YouTube took it down for copyright, but I did a whole long live on it, right? I'm just stopping and coming back. I won't be in there long. I'm literally going to be in the United States overnight, and then I'm coming back. That was you. I was the IG that reached out to you for making posts for my app. That was you. Okay. I'm gonna have to hit you back tonight then. Y'all, I have to screen these things. Yet they put it for everybody to see.
And this is part of the reason why we're being targeted. Until black men can come down to a place like Colombia, do their dirt, go home, and shut up and not have to go online and post about it, then I think we're going to keep having problems. But I think what's going unsaid here is how so many black men decided that they would come to Colombia and post a certain type of content that makes it look like they're having much more success with women than they actually are, or make it seem like it's much more easier to date the women out here than it actually is. In actuality, most of these guys are dealing with pros/hoes, but they're treating them like the girlfriend. Now that's cool. That's fine. I mean, it's a business, right? So the chicks are out there selling that, and I can't get mad at the guy for buying it. But the moment you run back home and want to post about it online and act like you really did something, that's where we start to get problems. Okay, so
it's so confusing to me because when y'all are in the United States and y'all buy box, y'all don't brag about it because you can buy box in the United States. I don't see people bragging about. First of all, it's illegal, so you can't. Maybe that's why. Maybe y'all don't brag about it because it's illegal. Is that the case? Because I don't see these guys bragging about some box that they paid for in the United States. And the major problem that a lot of the American women have with this, I don't think most American women really care that the men are going overseas and buying box. What makes the American women upset is that y'all buy box and then come back and compare American women to prostitutes. And be like, oh, I had her doing this, and that. She more submissive. Yeah, because you paid her, bro. You paid her. Rich men in the United States are getting women to do the same thing. What? When you never dealt with beautiful women in the US, the thirst for validation is real and they're pros. Exactly.
This dude's video here. We're going to start out from the top. I just watched the very beginning and I was like, this is too good. I need to react to this. So, all right.
Let me give Nate his flowers now. Dummy put me on to the tender. Oh my God.
First mistake there. He's talking about dating girls on Tinder. So that lets you know it's not someone that learned the language. It's not someone that spent a lot of time so that he could kind of understand the culture and actually date the real women that they have out here in Medellin, which there are a lot of those as well.
What up, Aries?
No, he hopped on Tinder, which normally is not a problem until you do it in Colombia. All right. So I wouldn't advise anyone from going on Tinder in Europe or California or even Argentina or something like that. But in Colombia, that is a Russian roulette. Like it can absolutely get you hurt, killed, robbed, all types of things. And
it's safer for you to go to the park than get on Tinder. Cause then you know exactly what you're getting into. See, guys try to circumvent paying. And here's the thing with a lot of men, and I noticed this when I worked in the strip club, right? When I used to work in the strip club, there would be girls. Okay, so I worked on this one strip club off of Harry Hines in Dallas. And the girls that was real pros, like prostitutes, yes, there are girls who, catch tricks that work in the strip club. Yes, there are, but a lot of them don't. They just dance. But anyway, I used to work on what would be considered, the club was on what would be considered the Blade, right? That was like the Fig Road, right? And there would be girls literally walking outside my club, all up and down the street in lingerie. And they were pros. There was no question about it. Like, all you had to do was go talk to them, negotiate the price. If they wanted to, do that for you, a lot of times they would do it right there with you in the car. Like, I remember one time we came outside and there was this dude, his Mexican dude. He was in his car, right? And all we hear is the alarms going, baby. I don't know why his alarms are going off like that. So we came outside and a girl, a pro, she like jumped out the car and she kind of had like on like a little bunny rabbit suit with fishnets. So I'm like, girl, your clothes still on, girl. You were probably in there, giving that guac 2000. So she got out and because it was loud, she like, got out, and she like ran away. I don't know what happened, girl. But anyway, the men would literally drive past the prostitutes, park, get out the car, walk past the prostitutes, and come into our club. And instead of them trying to solicit pay for play from the prostitutes, they would come try to solicit it from us, girls that worked in a club. And I would be like, I would always ask them, like, why don't you just go outside? Why are you coming in the strip club to do it? And I think it's because men kind of like a little bit of a chase. Like y'all like, I don't know what it is. Y'all like that feeling of getting a girl to like you. And let's be very clear. Most of the girls that worked in the club were, prettier than the girls that worked outside, even though it was some bad ones that worked outside. A lot of the girls, here's another thing y'all don't know. A lot of girls in certain states that work the Blade or are on the host roll and, sell cootie cat, they do that because you cannot work in the strip club if you have a prostitution charge on you. a strip club will not hire you. Like, you have to get a background check and everything. So if you've been caught out here doing that, a club will not hire you. So you do have your baddies that are kind of forced to do that. But anyway, instead of them just paying the girls that was there to do that, they will always try to game the system and come talk to us. And for somebody like me, who that was not my profession, it would always be annoying to me. And I think a lot of guys that go to Colombia, you want the fast sex still. That's why you get on Tinder, but you don't want to feel like you had to pay for it. When it's safer for you to just go find a girl that's at the park every single night. It really is. I don't even know this dude. My friend Kari was talking about just him showing the girls, but I don't know him. This was my first time seeing him. What's up? What up, Kari? You know, you're welcome to come on here if you want to. I know you're probably busy. Who beefing? y'all come on. BMT versus the Andrew Show. Okay, post in the comments of what they got into it now. I don't know BMT. I have spoken on Andrew, so I got to take Andrew's side off top. I've had Andrew on my show. I got to take his side. I don't know what they beefing about, but I got to take Andrew's side. I got to take Andrew's side, period. But what is they beefing about? Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. I watch him he's from Baltimore. Okay. I don't know him. This is my first time seeing him.
Been widely publicized, but here we got this guy, and he looks like the type of weekend warrior to me, like one of these guys that comes down to Medellin for a good time, repeatedly, and that's kind of the issue. A lot of these guys, they're coming down to Medellin, but they're not invested in Medellin. Yeah. They like Medellin a lot. I'm sure he loves Medellin, but it's different when you're truly invested in a place, all right? And that's how I feel in my position. Like, I wouldn't want to put out these types of videos to kind of make Medellin look stupid. You know what I mean? Because I feel like this is what, not only does he make himself look stupid by bragging about falling in love with some girl that everybody can go find in the park like this week, and then, you know, using a title like Beautiful Venezuelan Girl in Medellin Has My Heart. Like, to me, that's some of the lamest ish I've ever seen. But anyway.
This is where the schism is, y'all. This is where the schism is in the travel space. So, for all intents and purposes, Kari will tell you, I'm not a passport bro, right? And he doesn't claim that title. But when we think back to BMT and what he said, what did he say? Well, actually, no, because Kari didn't even travel to Colombia for a girl or a relationship. I remember... correct me if I'm wrong, Kari, but you originally came to Colombia for a job. So I can't even say that. But what I will say is Kari's established business, established himself there in terms of he has his job. He's worked in Colombia before. He owns his own property. He's had relationships. So all of like those positive things that the passport brawlers are saying was the intention of their movement, Kari's done that, right? He's not a weekend warrior. So here lies the schism. You have the men that are coming to do the pay for play, putting it on the internet, and they look just like some of these men like Kari, who are actually coming to establish businesses and foundations. And these men on this side are also having to deal with the backlash that's coming from the weekend warrior behavior, right? Especially when they put it on the internet. And this is what I'm saying. When people try to make it seem like I'm being anti-Black men, this is affecting the Black men who are actually trying to like live there. And that's why we can't be quiet about it. Like, it's certain things you just shouldn't put on the internet. And I understand that's the quickest way to make $1 on here. I get it. There's a lot of money in selling dreams and fantasies on the internet. But at the same time, you have to think about how it's affecting the people that look like you. And I would be lying if I didn't say that there's a racial component or that Black men are not being racially profiled. They are. Y'all got to understand, in Latin America in general, they will say there's no racism, but like they already have a bad perception of their own dark-skinned people from their country. Now, Black Americans had the benefit in that you were American, right? So just being American, people are more likely to give you the benefit of the doubt or associate you with higher class behavior, higher status, right? But then just as quickly as people can associate you with something positive, over time, those perceptions can change as well. So it's all of that. Like, it's all of that. Okay, yeah, you came for a job. Yeah, I remember that. I call it an opportunity. Okay, yeah. So like you came for different reasons than like the average, weekend warrior, or even like the average passport. Bro, coming to Colombia for a job, I can understand if he's there to create a startup business before a job. I think that's what it was. And there are a lot of young men that come to Colombia there are a lot of startups in Colombia. I have a couple of Black male friends who came to Colombia to work for a startup or to start a business. That's not like as rare as y'all think it is.
Let's continue.
Shit on there, boy. That Tinder got some nice ones on there. I already told him.
So he's talking to some dude. Tinder got some nice ones on there. Big mistake, my dude. Big mistake.
What do you do? How do you drug?
We're in a house full of niggas.
You fell asleep around a bed.
No.
What do you do? How do you get drunk?
This is what happens.
She blew the shit in your face.
See, I hate these types of conversations that you have. Like, as someone that's been here for a long time, I know I say that all the time, and I don't mean it in a braggy way. I'm just pointing it out because it makes a difference. When I talk to newbies out here, people that are brand new, and they're just like, it's like they're like Albert Einstein, but their mind is just focused on getting box, okay? But it's like the focus that they have on getting box is just like insane. And these guys are having like a debate about it, meeting girls, whatever, something along those lines, with a lot of energy. Notice how passionate these guys are about what they're talking about.
And the balcony left the room.
I ain't gonna lie, that was a high IQ move by her. That was a high IQ move.
And that's what I'm trying to say, bro. These bitches, bro.
That was a high IQ move. That wasn't her first rodeo.
It wasn't, bro. It wasn't.
Thinking that these prostitutes are pulling high IQ moves is crazy. That's all I gotta say about that. Cause like all the game they be running to me just be basic. It be regular stuff. But okay. All right. So now he done pulled up a video of, it looks like it's the homies hub out and about on the phone, FaceTiming a girl.
This nigga low.
All right. So we got possibly the lamest to ever come out to Medellin here on the phone with some probably a hooker as well. Yeah, that lets you know. I mean, he's already that lets me know a lot about like where these guys' mind is at. These are the types of guys that come out and they're dealing with pros, they're dealing with hoes.
Cause that's what I was thinking too. Like again, and I brought up the fact that like the homies hub, he talked so much shit about, I was going to go back home to the United States and I was going to get tired of living abroad and get lonely and go back home. And again, part of that is because he didn't know I had already been gone for 2 years. But like, I feel like a part of that was just projection. Because like, I don't get lonely and go like, I've never gotten lonely enough to go outside and intentionally just be like, let me go find a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's never been that. And I think a lot of that was just projection because now the homies hub is at home. And again, this is not to like, if you need to, here's the thing, if you need to go back home to get back on your feet in the United States, then do that. That goes for everybody. Don't just be out here going through it abroad, especially if you have somewhere to land. But again, it was like all of that is projection because he just came out saying he's going back home to like rebuild. That's where the money is at. But I'm not gonna lie, a part of me is a little bit confused because it's not like the Homies Hub didn't have loyal subscribers that were sending him money. Like people, every time I went to a live where he was talking about me, people were sending him a good amount of money, and like that adds up over time. So it's like, what were you spending? Like you're a single person, you don't even have kids to take care of. What were you spending your money on? Because like somebody like the Homies Hub, he could make it just on like $2,000 a month. You know what I'm saying? Like $2,000 a month, and you're not doing pay for play. You could still go out, have fun, go to concerts, buy drink, $2,000, $2,500, health. But I'm like, I'm sure his channel was doing that. I'm sure, like I know what my channel does. I'm sure his channel was doing that on top of his other side hustles. So I'm like, what was going on? Were you really spending? And I don't know this, but it's like, what were you spending? Like, were you really spending that much money on girls? I'm serious. I want to know. Keeping accountable behavior isn't racism. Oh, Skitter reacted to Kari. I'm gonna go in there and see. Y'all know I'm on Kari's side. That's my boy. Maybe that might have been the case, but it's like when you speak negativity onto other people, you got to ask yourself, and that's what I'm saying. All of that was projection. Even him bringing up, he continued to bring up the child support. Y'all, I couldn't live off of that child support in the United States, and I can't live off of it abroad. You know, the child support money that I get for my daughter, it puts groceries in the house. Okay. It put groceries in the house. You know, it ain't no like for real live off of money. No, you can't. On what I make, if I told y'all what I would make and you did the math on that per week, your common sense would know that I can't live off of that with a child. Not here, not in the United States.
And they feel like they really did something, you know? And mind you, these girls are getting everything they want from these guys with ease. All right. So anyway, let's continue. He's making a big deal about this guy being on the phone with what looks like a pretty girl. These guys feel like they're the fucking man right now because he's on the phone with a beautiful Latina. A lot of you guys back home in the States might look at this, the way I'm reacting to this, and say, oh, you're a hater. Dude, I have no hate in my heart for these guys. It's just like, I'm tired of guys coming out here dealing with
Kari be getting pretty girls though. Like he be getting pretty like regular girls though. So what is there to hate on? Is what I'm trying to understand.
Girls and then going back and telling other guys like, hey, you know, why don't you go down to Medellin and date there? The girls are so much more beautiful, so much more this, so much more that. And it's all fool's gold, man. It's just a lie.
Home with the dime.
So if you really like a girl, let me put you on game, guys. You don't want to put her on YouTube like that unless you were like.
I'll be honest. Now this girl is pretty. Y'all don't see girls in the United States that look like that because they all over Dallas. They all over Dallas. I know they got them in New York. I know they got them in Miami. I know they for sure got them in Cali. I know they for sure in the Bay. But this what y'all don't understand. Child support is a reimbursement. Let me break it down for you. Because y'all like, we don't mind child support as long as the purchase is tracked. When my daughter gets sick, I have to go spend the money out of pocket. When my daughter needs groceries, I gotta go spend my money out of pocket. When my daughter goes to gymnastics, I gotta go spend the money out of my own pocket. Well, my daughter uses up electricity. When the bill come, I can't wait on child support. I got to pay that bill right then and there. Child support is, by the time you get the child support money, the money been spent. And it's like, y'all don't think about it like that. The mom has to spend the money on the front end. The dad contributes a portion of that money on the back end. And it's just a portion. That's why they don't do child support the way that y'all be trying to calculate that and pocket watching y'all head. Because if we really were to do the math, y'all would be, a lot of these men be paying a lot more child support than what they pay. But I digress.
With her for real, you know what I mean? But obviously, I think this is just a paid fling, right? So he has, I don't know, I think he just wants to kind of show off to his homies back home in the hood or wherever he's from. I think he just wants to show them, you know, what he was working with. Like, this is literally what guys do. And it's so fucking sad, bro. Like, when are we gonna move past this? And like, you know, if you get a beautiful girl, that's cool. Have your pictures with her, or do whatever with her. But like, do you have to like post a video called "Beautiful Venezuelan Girl in Medellin Has My Heart"? Like, that's crazy, dude. And to most people watching this, they know that she's paid company. Let's put it like that. All right, so let's continue to see what they got.
Hold up, it's better. It's better.
I don't want to get copyright stricken because he's playing music, but you see, showing the girl.
And she's very pretty, but y'all can't find that in the U.S. Gorgeous girl. I'm confused. Okay.
You know, this is what I mean, guys, when I say like the girls out here know what they're doing. They know what the hell they're doing, right? Because like, you know, she's playing that girlfriend role, right? But we all know that there's an exchange of money that's going to happen at some point, you know, before or after this outing, right? And when did it become cool, like to show off a shorty that is getting passed around like that? Like, she's literally a hoe.
Man, this is what I would say. I ain't calling her a hoe or nothing like that, you know, but here's the thing. This is why I don't take people seriously when they be coming on my Instagram. We don't want y'all American women. Y'all ran through. Sir, y'all will come to Colombia and brag about women who goes through in 1 week the body count of an American woman in one lifetime. Okay.
But dudes is like talking about she's got my heart and shit like that. And let's see what's going on. So I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it sounds like two people having sex in the background.
Why he put that on there? Why he do that? You ain't never heard nobody have sex? I'm not talking shit because I don't know this man. But why would you record that and put that on YouTube? You never heard nobody have sex before? It's brand new? I'm very confused. Okay. Wow. I'm like uncomfortable listening to this. Why would you do that, sir? And you see how he acting? It just sounds like some regular sex. Like, that's what sex sound like. Okay. Okay, sir.
Do y'all still wonder why ninjas keep getting turned away at migration, or is it clear for y'all
I never
yet?
wondered, sir. I never wondered.
Like, I don't see white dudes doing this type of content. I don't see Arab dudes doing this type of content. I know they still participate in prostitution.
Don't see them in the park.
But we are always the ones that got to go post about it. They got to go argue with another dude about it on a live and do, it's like a fucking zoo for real. I don't know, man. I don't want to feel like, I know guys are going to come after me, and that's cool. I don't even care no more about this YouTube shit. I told myself I'm keeping it a buck no matter what on everybody. I'm on everybody's head top. Like, I really don't care. But people are going to come after me as if, like, oh, why are you hating on black people? Or why? No, I'm trying to show y'all that this is why Colombians are discriminating against black people when they come in the country. Because so many of the black dudes do this type of dumb shit.
Wow. I hope my channel don't get like.
What is so cool about that you want to like post that shit on like YouTube? Like, I could maybe understand showing the homies like on the phone or something like that, but like to post that on YouTube and make a whole video about it is crazy.
YouTube, quick PSA, yo, before the video start. Just came back from outside. What's today?
Okay, real quick, y'all. Thank you. Shout out to Fahim Carter. Is that how you say name? Is it Fahim or Fahim? Well, you can't tell me. You in there. Shout out. I think it's Fahim. Shout out to Fahim Carter for the $9.99 super chat. I thank you. I appreciate you. Yes. Thank y'all to anybody that supports the channel. And make sure y'all hit the like. Also, guys, right now, if you want to learn Spanish, if you're serious, if you'll be traveling and you want to learn Spanish, I have a couple specials going on right now. Now, you can take one class with me. It's $29 for a 45-minute session, or you can get on my monthly plan, and you can go month to month. It's not like a contract or anything. So right now, I have a monthly plan. It's $250. 2 classes a week. That's 8 classes total. So again, that's very reasonable. So if you're interested in that, shoot me an email. My email address is below, and we'll get you started.
Today is August 3rd. I don't know when y'all seeing this, but listen.
Okay. So it looks like he filmed all this content, went back home type of deal, and edited it. At least he was smart enough not to drop this while he was in Colombia.
Thank you for the jewels, Kari.
Because if he had dropped this in Colombia while he was still here, I don't know what could have happened, y'all.
Yeah.
Shit looking good for a nigga in Baltimore, yo. I ain't gonna lie. I just got a...
we got a B-more nigga in the house. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to B-more. You know what I mean? Even shout out to this dude. Like, I know he gonna probably come after me for talking about this shit or whatever. Like, I don't.
But what is there to say? I don't know this man Skitter. I don't have no problem with him, but Carr wasn't wrong for what he said. He was not wrong for what he said. Skitter looks like he might be, late 20s, early 30s. Sir, you too old for that. You too old to be like, what am I trying to say? It's okay. Coming to Colombia and doing pay for play and paying for prostitutes and coming here, even if that was like the reason for your trip, that's not what I'm talking about here. It's the like posting the content online, like posting the sounds of people engaging in that kind of activity. Like, we not full grown and never heard that before. That is what I'm saying you too old for. So Carter wasn't wrong in nothing that he said. I just gotta keep it a buck.
I don't give a fuck. Like, I grew up in Jersey, so I understand the East Coast. B-more. What up, B-more?
Pushing that work. I'm in the midst of making other money-making moves in the city to where as though nigga fuck around, got slow down on the traveling a little bit. Shit looking real good for a nigga in the city. I ain't lying. It's gonna be the last video y'all see for a minute, but I'm gonna keep live streaming for y'all every week. Probably fucking around, start doing it twice a week. Okay. This is not the end. I'm gonna be back traveling to Medellin just like that. I'm just taking me a little break to make sure shit official where I'm at, where home at. You hear me?
Okay. I don't know, man. I wouldn't come back to Medellin, bro. Like, now that you're gonna put yourself out there like this, unfortunately, migration, they watch all this type of stuff, So there's a chance that migration might be weighing on you if you come back.
Y'all, it's not just that. They have a whole, first of all, they already have a whole task force, social media task force dedicated to this. They watch all of us. They know who all of us are, including the ones who are not making that kind of content. Best believe you're on their radar, right? So let's start there, okay? That's why I watch what I do, and it don't have nothing to do with sex tourism. I have to watch what I do and say. Okay, so let's start there. They watch all of us. Then on top of that, people be reporting. Okay, you don't know who done already reported you to migration and put you on their radar. So, you know, it is what it is. What up, Royal? Good to see you. What up, what up? I'm gonna do an open panel later on, y'all.
The magazine. And let me explain the difference, because I think there's like, you know, I don't want people to be like, Harry, on your channel, you have posted with girls, which I have. Like, there's nothing wrong with posting content that you make with a female. My problem that I have with this guy's content is that he's like being like lovey-dovey on a girl, and we all know she's a hoe. Okay, and he's putting that shit out as if like he really bagged her and wiped her up or something. Like, nah, bro. All the girls I had on my channel, I was seriously dating them. First of all, they weren't hoes. I ain't never put no hoe on my channel, ever, 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 ever. Any girl that you saw on my channel, I was really dating her. From Lena, the girl with the green eyes that y'all seen 5-6 years ago on my channel, she was really my girlfriend at the time. The redhead, she was really my girlfriend for some years. The girl, me lady, she was really my girlfriend at the time. So, and then the girl that had the ski mask on the recent live that I did, she was genuine hookup. I wouldn't say she was my girlfriend, but I met her like over here in Laureles while she was getting lunch to do a live with me. So we did it. But I just feel like you guys need to understand the difference between real and fake. Like, I don't want to watch some dude boo love on a hooker. Like, that shit is just not cool to me, bro. Now, what I find interesting is, sure, show me a dude that's dating a real Colombian chick. Okay, you know, that might be interesting. I think that's valid. Like, a Colombian person, migration, the Colombian public as a whole should not have a problem with you making regular content with your girl who's a real girl. But when you want to take out a prostitute and put her on video and then show like you guys are like really dating or something, of course Colombians are going to have a problem with that. Many people are going to say, well, Kari, like, look, the Colombians, they promote sex more than anybody. You know, they have the webcam girls, they don't really promote like Jarris Park. Like, there's not an ad for Jarris Park anywhere. I will say that like the actual clubs do promotion within the city, but it's not like they're taking out ads on YouTube. It's not like they're taking out ads on Instagram.
Okay, I'll say this. The difference is like, okay, so YouTube is like more of a public domain. It's not really supposed to be for you to be promoting that a country has a lot of sex work. And what I'm seeing is a lot of the guys comparing like the whole webcam stuff and the whole, you know, that corn industry, right? And saying, well, you know, that the corn industry is big in Colombia, or the webcam stuff. And let me say this. First of all, people can decide, hey, we only want people in our country to promote this about our country. But y'all got to think about it too. On the flip side, the only people that would be knowing that that's going on, if it's only promoted on those certain sites, are people who are already into this, right? Versus when you put it on YouTube, which is a public platform, people that might not. Can y'all see me? Okay. People that might not have associated Colombia with that or known about it or not even into that kind of thing, Now it's like, we know, you know, and that's not because of the Colombian people chose to come promote it on what's supposed to just be a regular open platform, but it's because people that are not their people chose to come do that, because they're not on YouTube promoting it. They're not like in public platforms that are not geared towards sex work promoting it. And that is a huge difference. Would you believe me if I told you there are a lot of American women who seem to be condoning Lindsay Clancy's action? Are you talking about the lady who had a postpartum depression and she unalived her kids? I don't see the women condoning that. I see them saying that the husband should have did more to help, but I mean, I couldn't imagine doing that to my children. So like, I'm not condoning her actions at all. That's one thing I think our people never understand. We make our culture too flashy, but in turn, that always makes us open and easy targets. Yep. Thank you, Ababa.
No, once you're here, yeah, they advertise in the city just so, you know, like you might choose them over their competition. It's like mandatory advertisement in that situation. But they are not going out of their way to try to get men into the country for that. Not at all. So the guys that want to go out and say, well, Colombia is the biggest promoter of sex tourism, not so much. Not so much. I understand that they have all the ingredients here in Colombia for that, but they don't go out of their way to promote it. Y'all promote it. The biggest promoters of that stuff is Black men. Look at Don P, the guy that got rejected like a couple weeks ago. You know, he was making very risque content on TikTok, Instagram, showing him partying with girls, showing girls' titties out, him, you know, kind of in the club doing whatever. And so we're the ones really that are advertising to the world and telling everybody about what's going on here.
You gotta come with me to Medellin, June 23rd through June the 30th. I'm throwing a massive party. It's a mansion party with an incredibly large pool.
And that's why Colombians are getting upset with it. Because now, years and years down the line, we've seen how much attention it brings. We've seen how much degeneracy it brings, okay? And they're not cool with that.
Waiting on beating on in Paran right now. We about to
Let's see
wait a time, bro, because for one,
he's staying at the Belux, I think, which is a very popular place for people to stay when they come to Medellin. I recognize his view. That's Energy Building. Typical place to stay for guys on that type of BS, right? They just came to knock boots. The Belux is a popular option.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Be flying past. And I tell you, I ain't caught a bad thing in Medellin yet, yo. Nate, come open the door. Like somebody's father. What you got going on?
Okay, I really don't have a problem with none of this part of the video at all. I mean, nothing wrong with dude showing his day, whatever. I mean, this part.
Forward, I'm be right next to Nate.
They just having a conversation.
I said, yo, I'm standing in with you. Yo, I need to be on the same.
No issue, really. Dude just having a conversation with his boy. Like, I'm not, again, like I said, I don't want to be like the police, the YouTube police or nothing like that. But like, bro, like we be doing this shit to ourselves, bro. And then want to like act all like crazy when they start rejecting folks.
But Kari, this is what I'm gonna say too.
Anyway,
unless you're in this for like, okay, the women are the value. I hate to say this, but it's the truth. And what it is, Kari, is that a lot of these men know that if they had to come on there and just talk about themselves, or like there are a lot of men, and this is why I get a lot of like flack in this travel space. There are a lot of men who have been on here for far longer than me. And because people know them, you would think, oh, I can like hop in on their live and they have like way more viewers than me, right? I've only been here a few months and I'm doing triple and quadruple some of their views, right? A lot of their views. And it's not, and hey, I'm still building. I'm not over here trying to act like I'm celebrity or nothing like that. But just compared to the dudes who were like, I've been doing this for so long, da da da. Here's the thing. People are gonna tune in more when there are women or when there are pretty women. And a lot of these dudes know that these men are not really checking for them just for them. They're there for the women. And I'm not saying that to justify it. I think a lot of these dudes, maybe if they were to start talking about a different topic or talking about these places in a different way, they could attract a different viewer. But like, if you want a quicker way to YouTube recognition, like people checking for you, the easiest way to do it is to put women on there with you. And if you're not going to do that, then, you know, just be ready to slow grind your way to where you want to be. Yes, I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, you know. And again, I don't know this dude Skitter, so I'm not trying to take shots at him. I'm just talking about the space as a whole. You say don't sugarcoat it. They have no value to offer other than the women on camp. Yes, yes, and there are men on YouTube that they built their value in other ways, and they don't center their content around women. I see men on here talking about all kinds of things: taxes, money, paranormal activities, all kind of stuff, and they don't over sexualize women. But it's like, you have to be willing and to do the work that it takes to tap into that kind of audience. Speaking of paranormal activities, guys, I have a new YouTube channel. I'm gonna put it in here. I should have put it in my description. I'm gonna put my ad for the YouTube channel. It's When Darkness Falls 7. So if you're into paranormal activities, make sure y'all follow my new YouTube page. On there, I'm going to be going live and doing like story times about like ghosts and the paranormal and spiritual stuff, the mermaids, the Nephilim. So if like that's your thing, I'm going to be doing a completely different thing on that channel. And I'll still keep this channel. It's just two separate spaces. So the channel is called When Darkness Falls. I'm excited, y'all. I'm excited to do this channel. I love weird stuff.
Dude showing drugs right there. I mean, he didn't show it for a long time, but
oh no, that's not right.
He showed drugs there for a second. I'm not even gonna go back and zoom in on that, but that's just not really a smart thing to do, in my opinion.
I start farting with the tender, bro. The tender might be better than the park, bro. It's just, I like to meet up. Yeah, bro. I gotta see him in person. But my man told me, he was like, yo, just
so anytime you get to talking about how to obtain sexual services, they're gonna be, migration might look at that as exploitation, right? Because people keep saying like, what is exploitation exactly? Migration hasn't given us their stance on that or what they view as exploitation. But
I'm going to tell y'all what they view as exploitation. I'm going to make this real simple for you. I'm really going to make this very simple for all of y'all. I don't care what color you are. If you are an American, majority of them are going to view you as being in a position of power over them. I don't care how much actual money is in your bank account. They view you as a person that has way more money than them and way more opportunity than them. Therefore, when you come down here and you are soliciting sexual services, you are an exploiter, period. Okay, this is not my opinion. I'm telling y'all what they think. Now, in my opinion, a fair exchange is no robbery. That's my personal opinion, right? And I know a lot of y'all don't got it the way y'all be coming to these countries portraying it. It's a lot of Colombians that got more money than some of y'all that be coming down here. But it's what I think and what I know is neither here nor there. Okay, so they view you as an exploiter, and that's why they don't care. They don't care if you get scoped. They don't care if you fall out on the side of the street and start seizing. They don't care if the women or the police rob you for all you got. You have to know this going into it. You have to know that.
All right, because they're just sitting here talking about
FaceTime them and have them prop the camera.
how to get a girl, and they're talking about prostitutes, mind you, how to get these girls off of Tinder, how to get them out the park, etc., which is, it doesn't take a brain surgeon to figure that out.
It's not.
And like stand,
If you just go to the park.
He said it'd be working
For the sense of making sure that she's not fat or like.
just to make.
So you're saying like get them on FaceTime so that you can see what they actually look like, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, looks like eventually in this video, he gets out and about.
Now we just waiting on Mo. Probably find something to eat, figure out what we want to eat. I don't know. You starving, dummy? I don't know, but I really want some sweet Georges. I'm waiting on
Oh yeah, that's Sweet
Beyonce,
Georges.
see what she's doing. Want some sweet Georges.
One thing I will say, and the owner of Sweet Georges, I don't know if you watch me, but like, sir, can y'all please? All the other food is good, and the macaroni and cheese for what it is. In Colombia, it's hard to find good macaroni and cheese, but can y'all please stop using that macaroni and cheese out the damn Kraft macaroni and cheese box? Can you use real elbow macaroni and have them shred their cheese and make a cheese sauce and all that? Like, come on now. Please stop with the Kraft macaroni and cheese. Please stop. Yes. And like, here's the thing, girl, when you be in Colombia so long, after a while, you gonna eat it because it's the closest thing to like a baked mac and cheese that you can get in the States, but it ain't right. It's not. Yes, girl, they be making that Kraft macaroni and cheese, but they try to, what I'm saying? They'll add some shredded cheese on top and try to make it better. Like how they do it, they doctor it up, but baby, I'm gonna need y'all to know. I'm gonna need y'all to do it right. I know you can go to Price Mart and find you some elbow macaroni. Y'all shred that cheese, make you a cheese sauce from scratch, all of that. It looks like Robert needs to add Kari versus Skitter on a card. Okay, I'm going to check him out. Art Bell. Okay. I said Sweet Georges. That's what I said. That's what I said.
Gotta hit that Sweet Georgia, man. Unfortunately, it's not owned by the dude that opened it no more. It's his ex shawty, but they still got some pretty good food.
It's a Colombian woman that own it now. Okay. Again, the food is good. Is it a Colombian woman that own it? Because that's why they start using that Kraft macaroni and cheese. Because when I first went there in 2024, they was not using Kraft to make the mac and cheese. No, you don't gotta use. I know some people that use Velveeta cheese to make it, and it's good. That's not the only cheese they use. The thing about a baked mac and cheese, you can put all kind of cheese in it. I don't know. I think it might. I don't. In the Kraft box, it has that powdered cheese. They do put a shredded cheese, but then you can also make your own cheese sauce. All you need is some flour. So in mine, I put flour, butter, a little bit of garlic, some salt, pepper, and then I'll shred some cheddar cheese in there, and I might add a little bit of parm in there, and you put that in milk, and then you make a cheese sauce, right? So you put and then you want to layer your mac and cheese, right? So you put the sauce, and then you layer it with some cheese, and then you put it with the sauce and the mac and cheese. You layer it with some more cheese, and you can use different kind of cheeses. It just depends on your taste. Yeah, I like to make my own sauce too, girl. And it really just depends. And sometimes if I'm feeling fancy, I might do something new with I've made my mac and cheese and put cook some bacon and then crush the bacon up and put it in the mac and cheese. Or you can put the mac and cheese, you can bake it over some oxtails. That's what they do at Sweet George's. They make that oxtail mac and cheese. So it's different ways to do it, but the foundation always needs to be elbow macaroni and cheese, not the one that come in the Kraft box, the one that come in the pack, the cheese sauce, and then you also have to layer with the cheeses, the shredded cheeses of your choices. You know, and the best thing to do is get it in a block and go on shred it. You know, y'all know nothing about that. You know, Misha know and Kim know. You know, we ladies.
I might fuck with y'all too, bro. Hold up, wait, give me a second. Damn. El Centro be cool during the day, but you still gotta be careful. It get treacherous at night though. Meet up in the Centro. What's up, baby? What up? How you feeling? Good, I'm good. We about to
This ain't bad right here.
Like literally just the worst company you could have out here.
Here's the thing. They could even film content with girls in the content. The girls shouldn't be the focus. So for example, let's say this dude was going out and he invited a girl to go out with him. Well, she just coming with y'all, but it's not like, oh my God, look at her. She's so sexy. Spin around, do this, perform for me. No, she would just be in the video. You can see she's pretty, but like the video would be about them doing the activities. So it's not always what you do, it's the way that you do it.
I want hella food.
This is officially like the lame nigga show.
Hungry? You just said you was hungry as shit. Come on, let's go. Keep this nigga low.
Bro can hardly speak a lick of Spanish. Got shorty on here like bored and confused on the damn phone.
I think that was the homies hub. So they all hang out.
The girl that anybody can go down to the park and grab. You know, the one that's got his heart. Like crazy.
Oh, okay, I'll throw that.
Out here. Smoking with a prostitute on the balcony in Medellin. Does it get any better than that, guys? So anyway, I think I'm done.
See, you might be right.
But here's the thing, Skitter is not ugly. Okay, so I see dudes like Skitter. I'm gonna keep it real. Now, Homie Tub and no comment, okay? But I'm looking at Skitter, and though he's not necessarily my type, he's not an unattractive man. He's chocolate, he got a beard, he got nice features, smooth butter skin. And I see dudes like that get women all the time in the United States. He's not, you know, old, 50. I see dudes like that. You know, a lot of times when those dudes have problems with women, it really be problems that look like Skitter. It don't because they can't get women. It's because they make problems of their own. And I don't know him, so I'm not speaking to his character, but most of the time when I see dudes like him that don't have women in the United States or can't get the same looking kind of women in the United States, because it's a lot of light-skinned girls that like chocolate dudes like him because they feel like, oh, he gonna treat me better because he like the way I look. Especially if you go to New York, a lot of them Dominican girls. You go to Philly, a lot of them they would date a dude that look like Skitter. So a lot of the times it really comes down to how he's choosing to treat the women or interact with the women. Because he's not ugly. I can't even sit here and say that. So I'm very confused as to why he's acting brand new. And I suspect he's acting brand new for the viewers. Because I just don't get from him, can't get a woman in the United States. I don't get that. What y'all talking about? Yes, I love cooking. It's raining hard here, so I made some chunky chili. Ooh, with some cornbread today. Misha, now, hold on now. Is that was you raised around like a lot of Black people, or is that something that Puerto Ricans cook? And girl, I saw some cornbread muffins, like Black folks make in the South. I saw that here in Santo Domingo in the grocery store at Sirena. And I'm like, I did not know Dominicans be eating cornbread. So you let me know something. And I say all the time that Puerto Ricans cook real soulful. And if I have to compare like who cooks the most similar to that savory Southern taste in Latin America, who cooks the most similar to African Americans, I would have to say it's Puerto Ricans. Yes. Y'all would think Dominicans, but no, it's Puerto Ricans first, then Dominicans. Y'all love Kari. Kari be keeping it a stack.
I wanted to make this video simply to kind of just point out to y'all ninjas how stupid y'all look when y'all come out here and get to boo loving on a hoe. That's all. And I also want to call out like all the people that act like confused, like they don't understand why they're, Colombia is taking a hard stance on this stuff. They don't like this image being put out, period. They don't like this image. They don't like that men in the United States have it in their head that they can come out here and have their way. They don't like that. Would you like it if Indian guys from the country India felt like they could have their way with your sister and all the girls in your family? Would you be cool with that? Because it's like the same thing here. These are their like, compatriots. Like, they're people from your country, okay? You might not agree with everybody from your country, but if somebody from Canada did somebody from America, I got to go with the American person, unless there's something else that ties me to that person from Canada. I'm going to defend the American person because you are my people.
Yeah.
Okay, so Colombians, yeah, you might feel like you're not hurting nothing. You might feel like you're contributing. See, dudes always say that too, like, oh, we're spending money out there. We're spending money out there. Man, that little bit of money you think you're spending is not a drop in the bucket.
I'm gonna be so for real, y'all. Y'all gonna get so mad at me, right? But like, it's a similar parallel, right? So y'all know I used to work at the Latina strip club. And the reason why I chose to work there and not the Black strip club is because it's a couple things. First of all, the Black clubs was always getting shot up versus the Latina strip clubs. It's not like they didn't get shot up, but they would get shot up like less. So I gotta go with who's doing less violence, because I'm trying to get home because I have a child, right? And not just that, it would be a lot more fighting in between the girls and a lot more thievery, but then it was a lot. The security guard used to hate on me. The security guards might set you up because they think you bougie, right? I had a security guard get mad at me, and he hated me because like one time it was a slow time and he saw me reading a book and he was like, this bitch thinks she better than everybody. Okay. Anyway, and oh my gosh, when you used to work at the Black strip club, I'm even gonna hold you. A lot of Black men that either pay strippers or they do sex work, y'all have a different mentality around how y'all spend y'all money. Now, you will get those Black men that come in and they'll get 2 or 3 racks and they're gonna blow that money and they're there to have a good time. They're just spending it and it's a vibe, it's cool. That is a very small minority. Majority of the customers that you would deal with, they're coming in there, they want to make you, baby, you got to do a lot for that little money. You got to jump up and down, you got to do the splits, you got to like, and then they be like, yeah, my money, and it's like they always talking about the money that they spend in this and that. It's always such a big deal. Oh, but like what y'all don't understand is, like, for example, when I worked in the Latino club, it was nothing. Like, it was nothing. It was nothing for them to break the bread. And they weren't going to constantly throw it in your face and talk about, I'm spending this, I'm spending that. So like one thing that would happen is like, okay, in the Latino club, black dudes that like Latina girls would come there, right? And if a Mexican went and he got a stack or 2 stacks, you know, he was going to spend all of the money. If he went and they put it on the table, they weren't going to pocket any of that money. All of that money was to throw. This is something that a lot of black dudes would do. They would come in there, they might get $1,000 so they could take pictures, and they doing all the pictures, but they only throw 200, 300, and then they spend it so slow and they made you do the most. And then at the end of the day, oh, my money, this and that. And it's like, bro, you don't understand that, because we're like, and I'm going to make a point with this. We're used to men spending more money than you and spending it freely. So it's not doing what you think that it's doing. If you go to, when our white customers will come in, white men will just slide you hundreds just to sit there and talk. So it's not doing what you think it's doing. And a lot of girls would just be like, I'm finna leave and I'm finna go somewhere where, like, if a dude was acting like that, I'll get up and, bro, I'm finna go where the energy better, the money flow more. I'm not finna sit up over here for this, you know. And then they be like, oh, she bougie, she stuck up. No, you making me having to do too much. Okay? So I said that to say it's the same in Colombia. When y'all start talking to them about, oh, my money, this and that, y'all got to understand they have men that's coming there, and what you think is a lot of money, they're spending way more. And the girls don't have to do as much to get it. So it's not doing what you think it's doing, or they're not putting you on the pedestal that you think they're putting you on the way you think it is. Because there a lot of these girls have men just sending them money just to talk to their ass. I'm just being honest. So y'all gotta understand that it's levels to this shit. It's not for me to speak on it. They don't know to ball. Yeah, like it's levels to. It's not to down black men or anything like that. But I'm just being honest as somebody who worked in an industry that was adjacent to this. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the same concept. Look what the USD to Colombian, I did that at the beginning. Exchange rate has done over the last 6 months. Colombia is not worried about black folks' money. They're not. Because y'all got to understand, when the Arabs come and the Indians come and the white people come, they breaking bread. No problem. I remember one night, y'all, I'm going to tell y'all this story. One night I was in the club. This is one particular night. I decided to go work at this black club. What was the name of that club in Dallas? It was called Pentagon. Didn't stay open long. Okay, but it was nice. The problem with that club is it was section culture. Okay, yeah. You're not attracting all that section culture. It don't attract the right type of clientele, unfortunately. Anyway, to me, it's not a good business model when it comes to strip clubs. But anyway, so it was a couple of like wannabe rappers, you know, Z-list rappers that came in there, and it wasn't that many customers that night. So all the black girls flocked over to them. And I remember one table, the dude got out $1,000, and there was like 6 girls at the table about to dance with him. So if you gotta split that 6 ways, that's not shit. And then on top of that, we had to spend $70 to come to work that night. Then with the gas. So I waited patiently, and I seen some Arabs come through the door. And I'm gonna be real, a lot of the girls, the black girls that have only worked in black clubs before, they don't know how to spot real money. They just don't. They don't. They associate real money with the flashiest dude, the dude with the jewelry, the dude that, you know, is a rapper, the dude that came in with a whole group of dudes. So I seen 3 Arabs come in. They come in real quiet. Y'all, when I tell you, I didn't run over there because I wouldn't want to look desperate, but all the girls ignored them. I went over there and talked to them. Here come the girls. They looking at me like she dumb. She sitting over there. She spending all her time talking to them. They ain't spending no money. Y'all, I'm sitting with the dude talking, and they're like, now I notice they're married. Normally, Arab dude gonna be married. You know, they be having arranged marriages. So I'm sitting over there talking to the dude, and mind you, I might have given like 1 or 2 lap dances. We were there for a couple hours, right? Just talking. The dude was like, one of the dudes, the more mature one, he was the one that wanted to sit and talk to me. And he was like, why don't you get on the internet? Why don't you get online? Why don't you do like YouTube? You can make way more money doing that. You know, I can see you, you know, you got the personality for it. So anyway, he tell me $1 billion ain't shit. I said, excuse me? I said, did you mean $1 million ain't shit? He said, no, $1 billion ain't shit. I beg your pardon. Then his wife called. So he like, hey, we got to get up and go. How much money you want me to send you? And it was like, at that time, I could have said anything, y'all. But I was trying not to like push my luck in case he came back. Because really, I didn't do no work. We just sat there and talked. And I said $1,000. He laughed and was like, that's it, and sent me that $1,000. So me just sitting there talking to this dude, I made more money than every girl in the club that was up there booty clapping, and they had to split the money 6 ways. And I heard them talking shit about me in the dressing room. Oh yeah, you see her, you know, and it's like, bitch, I'm leaving out of here with more money than all of y'all. I ain't really had to do shit. Y'all made barely enough to cover y'all house fee. But that's what I'm saying. Like, in order for a lot of dudes, especially like a lot of black dudes, if you spend $1,000 just on one girl, you feel you gonna be like, well, I gotta fuck. Now I gotta fuck. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's dudes that will spend that for nothing. And y'all don't know this. Y'all don't know it. Y'all don't know that. And that's why y'all get upset when you get treated a certain way. I don't know where they was from, girl, but they were so, you know what I'm saying? They were so polite. They were so nice. I mean, they, you know, that was the best $1,000 I ever made. Mariah, you should reach out to Miss Chloe. Like, she's a brown-skinned sister that be cooking the shit out of the passport bros in Southeast Asia. Would be great to do a show. Yeah, I mean, maybe, perhaps. I don't be trying to cook them like that. What up? What up? This nephew right here. Ecstasy was the spot. I used to work down the street from Ecstasy. There was another Spanish club called Zona Rosa. Did you ever go there? It was like a mini Ecstasy. I worked at a few different clubs. I worked at a lot of clubs. I ain't gonna lie. But like Zona Rosa was like one of my main ones that I worked at for years. So it's like a lot of girls that would work at Zona would work at Ecstasy, and they would go back and forth.
You know, I mean, people really be saying that shit. Like we be spending big money. Like, oh, tourism is gonna take a hit. Like, they're gonna be just fine without black men tourists. Like, they'll be just okay. They don't care about it. You know, like every time someone gets rejected at the airport, a lot of the passport bros stand up and want to come out and say, oh, it's time for us to stop going to Colombia. Let me tell you, man, they wouldn't give a damn if another black American never came back to Colombia.
Now, I'll say this, Kari, who I think is going to take a hit. The Airbnbs are going to take a hit. Hotel industry going to take a hit. Because it's just, I mean, if you do the math, it's just less tourists coming, you know, in terms of just sheer volume, right? Airbnb is going to take a hit. Hotel industry been taking a hit for a minute now, right? And this was even before this whole migration thing. Y'all got to understand, globally, a lot of countries are in a downturn economically. Globally, tourism is taking a hit. So this is going to happen whether or not migration was or was not in admitting passport bros. Okay, a lot of these men cannot afford to travel right now. So that just is what it is. But then y'all also have to understand that, especially Medellin, they're thinking long-term. They want to attract a different type of tourism. So if you have a mom and a dad and some kids, they're going to spend more money. They have to spend more money because they're coming with them kids than a dude that's coming doing pay for play, trying to negotiate $100 down to $50. Also, the medical tourism, that's not going to stop in Colombia. Like me personally, I'm not there anymore. I will always go back to Colombia for my teeth and any type of like, I'm not getting my eyebrows and all of that, whatever I need done. If I need some filler, I don't have any filler now, but like, let's say, you know, as you get older, you lose a little volume in your lips. I'm going to Colombia to get that done. I'm getting my eyebrows done here. Yeah, it's still cheap to get like liposuction here in the DR. I'm going to Colombia because they're more talented. The surgeons are better. Y'all understand? Like they gonna have my shit looking more natural. So Colombia is a place of very, very talented surgeons. If you need your hairline done, and those type of people that come for medical and dental tourism, they spend more money than a sex tourist. They're gonna be more likely to come off of, after paying for the flight, hotel, and food, a lot of them are still coming off of thousands of dollars. Right? And these are going to businesses that are more likely to pay taxes because you're going to go to a good quality service. Versus when you pay it to a sex worker, the government is not making any tax off that money. Yellow Rose in Austin and Onyx in Houston, good as well. Yeah. Ecstasy used to have good food.
Okay, and that's just the hard truth. Look, I'm pro-black. I'm black. Okay, if you can't tell. I know I get on here. I'm just being fair, guys. You guys want. This is one thing I hate about some black people. Is like they don't expect you to be fair, and they don't expect you to think for yourself just because you're black.
It's true.
So whenever they bring black into the discussion of something, they expect you to just forget everything else. And just be like, oh, well, no, that's wrong. They're hating on blacks. They're hating on, man, miss me with that. If blacks do something wrong, I got to tell them, man.
And Kari is probably one of the most pro-black people that I met. But like pro-black is not the same as being in denial about the realities of life.
And this is just one example. There are tons of guys all over the internet doing similar stuff to this. One that comes to mind is Pap Travels. I don't know if he's
Is it
on
Pap
here.
or
Let me
Pap?
see. Type of content he got on here. And Pap, my guy, man. I really rock with bro. Like I think he's funny as hell. But like
I remember I had to talk about Pap one time because
you know.
he was the dude that he was on a beach in Colombia and there was a beautiful girl that walked by in her bikini and he was like just walked up on her and I think he said something like "Quiero aguacate." I don't know, y'all. Is that like a slang for I want some head? But he just grabbed her by her neck and she had to push him off of her and it's like, bro, why would you do that? And then why would you do that and put it on the internet? And it was so out of pocket that all the dudes was in his comments on Instagram telling him like, bro, you tripping. Like, you know you wrong when the men are telling you you're tripping.
Let me see. I think he might have that stuff on like on IG. Yeah. Let me see if I can get his.
Whoa.
And here's the thing, like, if you know you can't do that to an American girl, why you go?
Just built an app.
Like, here's the thing, if he wanted to solicit her, get her number, because she gave it, ended up.
We should go together. Me, Rigo, is my girl.
Here's the thing, the girl ended up giving him his number, her number. That's all you have to do. All you have to do is walk up on her and ask her for her number. Why you gotta grab her by the throat and do all that? Like,
Yeah.
Let's go. We outside.
Yeah, we outside.
Where folks at? Where you from, folks?
Oh yeah, folks, you already know I'm from, you feel me, 93rd, about 100 and shit.
Okay, are you from Chicago for real?
Yeah.
On God?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, check
So
it out.
this is some of
What the
Pap's
fuck going on,
content.
nigga? Ragtown in the building, nigga. Y'all know
Where y'all with it? Where y'all with it?
I know where you at. Aha, check it out. Fuck going on, boy? We outside. Check it out. We in Cartagena. We in the street.
Bro,
The guys out here too.
no, don't be shy, don't be shy.
we here, man. You know we here,
We got the ladies out here.
Real LA nigga, bro.
I know what the fuck going on, man.
For real, we outside.
Look, what's wrong with that? Look, on camera, look. We ain't playing out here. This is going on.
Wow.
Let's go.
Them girls pulled out their chi-chis on camera. Wow.
How you doing?
Hot and ready.
On Instagram or IG.
Anyway, guys, I just wanted to kind of clarify that for a lot of you Black travelers out there. No one wants to just come out and say it. Like, I'm tired of this shit. Like, everybody acting like, oh, like Migration Colombia is just being straight racism. Like, Black people is just the victim, bro. Like, no, we put a target on our own backs. When we're the only race that has to come out to Medellin and act a damn fool. Everybody else, like, I'm not saying white dudes don't mess with prostitutes. And yeah, there are a few influencers like Casey Redbeard. That should show you right there. It's not a black or a white thing. It's a nigga thought he was finna have his way out here in Colombia and show the world and act like he's just the fucking, you know, the boss of the world. And we are not putting up with that. That's all it is. They're just giving people reality check, man. Now, when it comes to Black people getting pulled in migration line, bro, straight up, we did it to ourselves, man. We did it to ourselves. Black people need to come out here, have a good time, respect the people, and then don't go putting it all on social media.
There's some like rhetoric that y'all have used. Okay. I'm gonna be so for real. A lot of y'all men is not gonna want to hear this, but like, unless you live somewhere like the Middle East, feminism, I know y'all hate it. And I hate to use this word because to me, it's just like, y'all have made it negative. And I do know some women take it a little bit overboard and have unrealistic expectations, but like feminine, let's talk about like that second wave feminism where women just wanted to have equal rights. Not that, oh, we're necessarily can do all the things that men do, but we need equal rights. What is the equal rights? Women being able to have a bank account, women being able to be employed, women being able to not get fired from their job because they got, you know, pregnant, which is a natural part of life. Women being able, not having to, for example, for a long time, it was legal for men to, you know, rape their wives. Women being able to say no, even though they were married. Women being able to be protected from physical violence, domestic violence. Like, a lot of men are upset that now women aren't subjugated in that way anymore. But here's the thing, y'all say that's just an American thing. All women everywhere would prefer those kind of conditions. And that's why when it's introduced into a society, those women choose that every single time. Most of our grandmothers, if you ask them and our great grandmothers, would they want to go back to that time? Because y'all romanticize it and be like, it's better. But when you ask the older women, do y'all want to go back to that time? They be like, hell no. Y'all say it's single women that keep other women single. Baby, no. It be the older women. I'm telling y'all go talk to these older women that might have had a husband that died or she was married for a long time and got divorced. They're the ones who, like, they tell us these stories of how it used to be before, you know, women got their rights. And it's like, it's a horror story. It's a real life scary movie. They're the ones that make women be like, you know what? I got to get my own money and take care of myself. It's not, I promise you, it's not the single young women. It's the older women. Even my big mama is what? Matt, she 80-something years old, living her best life, still wearing her heels. And I remember this was after I had my daughter. And my big mama told me, you take care of that baby and you make her your number one priority, because these men don't love women. Every time I talk to, I swear to God, I was talking to an older married woman, and she told me, girl, she's married, still married. She said, you enjoy being single while you can, in terms of not being married and living with a man. She said, you do that for as long as you can. This is what the older women are telling us that are married or have been married. But with that said, some of the stuff that y'all get on the internet and y'all say, y'all think it's a compliment because it's self-serving to you. So when y'all be like, oh, it's easier to get sex in these countries, or these women are submissive, or they do what we say and they don't talk back and things like that. To you, it sounds like a compliment because it's self-serving for you. Like you're getting what you want out of the situation. But when people from those cultures hear that, it sounds like an insult. To those women, it sounds like an insult. Part of the reason why it sounds like an insult is because a lot of it is not even based in reality. In Colombia, a lot of these, majority of the women that you meet that live in the city, they're not in traditional relationships. Even the ones that live in the smaller towns, they go to work and the man goes to work. Colombian women work. They do. Colombian women work, and they work a lot. Just as much as American women. A lot of Colombian women are going and getting degrees and getting educated more and more and more. So when they hear this, it doesn't sound like a compliment. It sounds like an insult, and y'all don't understand that. That's not true. Black women was getting their ass tore out the frame too. That's not true. I don't know why y'all say that, Ellis. Black women was getting their ass tore out the motherfucking frame. How is two people working not traditional? Well, here's the thing. A lot of people are basing this, because traditional not really traditional. Because if you go back in the United States, at least, especially Black women have always worked. Since slavery, after slavery, they work. Black women always been in the work field. Now, you had a small point, and then not just that, immigrant white women have always worked, and white women of lower middle class to lower class, they've always worked, okay? Now, you had a small period of time in the 1950s, part of the 1960s, where you had a very small subset of American women, because of all of the legislation and the GI bills and stuff that were put into place, a subset of women that could stay home and be homemakers, but that was not the norm, okay? And so people are basing these traditional relationships off of a very small period in time.
We just watched together. He didn't mention how much he paid that shawty. He didn't mention that he going back to Baltimore and probably ran up his credit card bill, or now he got to work for 6 months before he can go on another trip. You don't see that part of it. It's a false reality. And that's my problem. And, you know, I'm making this content now. I just really don't care no more. Like, I used to like care about stepping on people's toes and shit like that. I really don't care no more, because the bad content is starting to win now. Like, it's so much more content misleading people about how things actually are than true, real content. So I gotta speak up. You know what I mean? So hate it or love it. I know I'm gonna get flagged for this.
Which
I
is
just want y'all to
bad.
follow the channel, subscribe to my channel, turn the notifications on, hit me up on Instagram. So let me close this video out with some final thoughts. First off, I want to know exactly what Migration Colombia considers sexual exploitation. Not for my purposes, but just so it's clear for all the travelers that are coming here, so we don't have to speculate, so to speak. I want to say that I hope that all the dudes that I showed in this video do not have any problems getting apprehended or anything like that in migration. Like, I really wish nothing bad on these guys. I just want to show you guys without beating around the bush. I want to show you exactly what I'm talking about. That's why I just went up there and pulled up their channels and stuff. But no, it's not.
I seen a couple comments where there was like, I don't respect you for using them as examples, but it's like, how can you make a video like this without using examples? Because then when you don't use examples, people like to play dumb and stupid and act like they don't know what you're talking about.
No beef or anything, me trying to diss them. My issue is purely with the type of content that they put out. That's really it. It's nothing personal. So I know these guys are also gonna say that the girls in the video are regular girls and that's what they're going after and they're not prostitutes or nothing like that. But I'll let you guys be the judge. People that have experience here in Medellin know what that is, and a lot of people don't talk about it, but there is this gray area between a working girl and a regular girl where, you know, some girls play, and it's quite possible that, you know, she doesn't subscribe to that moniker of being a working girl, but what happens when the money stops, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I don't want to knock anyone's game, you know what I mean? If that's what you want to do, that's cool with me. It's just when you post it online for everybody to see and you pose it in a way to attract other people to want to have that, not cool. I also want to say there's a ton of black men, black American men that come to Colombia and they act with respect. They have their head on straight and they don't cause any problems. They don't do these types of things.
Most of them aren't
posting
on
on social media. So this is a select group of Black American men that we're talking about here that like to be a little bit too flashy, that like to be a little bit too loud with everything. So it's a very sensitive situation. Like, even me talking about it now, it took a lot of convincing for me to put out this video because I really don't want to cause any problems with anybody, but I have to be honest about what I'm seeing and my opinion on it, and that's really it. Another thing is we don't have actual stats on what races are entering the country through Migration Colombia, but every time I go through, I start to see, like, well, I'll say throughout 7 years, because it changed over the 7 years. After the pandemic, it was like I started to see a lot more Black men pouring in to the migration lines. And since like the beginning of 2026, it started to get a little bit less and less. But, you know, a lot of people are going to say, well, you know, there's even Paula Sands said this a long time ago and got a lot of flack for it. But she said that when she goes to Jeras, it's like 80-90% Black dudes walking around. Like, yeah, there's other races there, but for a while, I think now there's less Black dudes coming to Medellin because of what migration is doing. But at one point, there was a lot of Black men coming to Medellin, Colombia, and I think they start to outnumber all the other races at one point. That may have changed. Like I said, there's no official stats that I could have access to, but also don't see many Black men doing like other stuff. There's some really good content creators here and there that go off the beaten path, that go to other parts of Colombia, that show you some, you know, stuff about Colombia that has nothing to do with sex and girls. I even have a lot of content like that on my channel. Like, I would say more like 70% of my channel has nothing to do with dating girls, any of that. But I do talk about it sometimes, but I try to do it in a respectful way. So what do I propose we do as Black men? And again, I'm not the Black police. I'm not the YouTube police. I'm not none of that. But I just want to say, if you truly love Colombia, come and enjoy Colombia. You shouldn't have a problem coming to Colombia. but do it in a respectful way and don't post dumb stuff on the internet about women partying.
Es Parque Lleras. L-L-E-R. Is it two R? No. L-L-E. Is it two R's, Kari? Is it Lleras or Lleras? I know that don't sound different to y'all. It's L-L-E-R-A-S. Lleras. Yeah.
Etc. Don't try to do business in Colombia if you don't have a migrant visa or a work visa or some type of paperwork that allows you to set up business in Colombia. A lot of these guys, when they get caught, they say stuff like, oh, I operate a business in Colombia, or I do this and that.
Do that.
Unless, I don't know with the digital
snitching.
nomad if you're allowed to work and set up a business, but I know for sure as a migrant, as a resident, and they do have a work visa, all those ways you can work and do business here in Colombia. I know guys that set up like a small business visa. They have a visa for doing business, but you have to deposit like around 25, 30 grand into a Colombian bank account to get that started. So a lot of guys are not going to do it the right way. And so their first claim is like, oh, I put money into y'all's hands and this and that. And again, we all know that really don't matter, bro. Everybody's worried about what have you done for me lately. It's not like you got credit with them folks just because you spend.
Here's the thing, they can't. Let's say the roles were reversed and you had a Colombian immigrant that was not following the rules of the visa. They can't say, like, y'all know how a lot of illegal immigrants be like, I pay taxes into the system, which most of y'all ain't paying no damn income tax. If you get paid under the table, you might pay property tax so you can keep your property. You might, because guess what? They're going to come get that house if you don't. You might have paid house on some sale. You might have paid taxes on sales, but like they use that as, oh, I should be able to stay here because I paid taxes. The American government don't give a damn. You didn't go about it the right way or through the proper channels. So it's the same thing. Nobody cares how much money you spent if you didn't go about it the right way.
Few dollars, and like this is a big city, a big country. Like it's kind of self-centered for a lot of think that y'all make such a difference out here, and you only come for a couple weeks out the year anyway, so or months. Some of you guys, but nah. It ain't cutting it. If you're gonna come to Colombia, be respectful, put out good content, enjoy the people. It's the culture. Like I know a lot, like you can complain about the culture. I complain about the culture all the time. I made videos about the service, things like that. But I always keep it respectful, and that's the main thing. There's a way to present yourself and do it in a respectful way that a lot of the Black content creators don't subscribe to. And
that's true.
I don't want to get into it. Maybe in some future videos we can get more into why Black folks are like that. I don't even know all the answers. And I know most people or some people might not agree with me on it, but I'm just speaking my mind the way I see it. So one last thing before I get out of here, I just want to answer the question of why do I care so much about this subject? Why I put myself out there for everyone to come and hate on me? I might be surprised. Maybe there are some brothers out here that feel the same way I do, that agree with what I'm saying. But usually the people that are going to come for you in the comments and make more content are the people that are against you. So for me personally, it's making the block hot. I feel like all this type of activity that a lot of the Black travel space is bringing to Colombia, all this type of talk that goes online that's all about hoes and this and that, it's just making the block hot. And I didn't come out here to Colombia for that. I came out here to chill, to explore the beauty of this country. It's a magnificent country. Once you get around and see other things, like having a girl and access to women is important, but it's not that damn important as some of these guys make it. And in the grand scheme of things, I feel like the whole red pill movement and all this passport bro movement And all these things have just
Oh, she don't know if she said that, not to talk bad about her, but she don't know what she's talking about. Like, you gotta understand, most of the people that come down here, I don't know if she's ever been here, but most of the people that come down here, even if they've been down here for a minute, their Spanish be really bad. So they be saying stuff wrong. Well, no, I'm not gonna say that, because in Colombia, sometimes they say the double L like a J. So it might sound like a soft Jerez. But maybe that's why she said that. Maybe she heard a Colombian say the double L like a J, but technically it's Yeras.
come together to just create a
Really, just like Colombians be saying Medellin, they be saying it Medellin, like with a soft J. That's a regional thing. Why is her last name Sands? Well, that's okay. I didn't know she was a Colombian. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Some Colombians will say the double L like a J. But like the rest of the world don't say it like that. I don't think it's gonna go down like that. First of all, Nana Kwaku on y'all ass. Paula Sands looks like a Black American. That's what I just said, Nate. That in Colombia, I said that. I explained it. But the rest of the world don't say that.
East, and we're like
I'm saying the way that they pronounce it, other Spanish speakers would not pronounce it like that.
a lot of the black men, young black men out here are directed in the wrong direction when it comes to these subjects. There's a lot more ethical and morally correct things that we could do and talk about and promote.
That's why I said
it
has to be.
You know what I mean?
That's why I said when I thought about it, I was like, she might have learned that from a Colombian, and then he's like, oh, she Colombian, yeah.
And so, doing my best. Again, I'm not perfect. I made my mistakes just like everyone else.
Colombia,
but
right?
If you go through my YouTube,
only in Colombia. Outside of Colombia, no. But yes, in Colombia, the double L makes a J sound. Like that's how they pronounce it. Yeah, that's true. In Chile, Uruguay, Argentina, yeah, that is true.
the almost 400 videos I have on there, I stand by every one of them. There's nothing crazy in them. Like, I've talked about girls in my videos. I've done had girls in my videos, but it was always done respectfully, especially in the way I talk. So anyway, guys, I'm going to leave you with that message. It's your boy Kari.HQ. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, got your notifications turned on. If you want to talk to me personally, hit me up on Instagram and book a consultation with me. I'm out.
Okay, I'm gonna say this about Nana and Nana Kwaku. I've invited him on my channel. It still might could happen. I think he might have felt away because I've done a show like talking about that whole beef. Nana do not want passport bros in Kenya. LOL. He made Relo cancel his trip to Kenya.
Okay, class. Who would like to do?
He made Relo cancel his trip to Kenya. What you think of this Nana beef with passport bros, Mariah? I mean, honestly, I think it's such a complicated relationships between. First of all, I can definitely understand people saying, "Hey, we don't want y'all coming to our country and sexualizing the men," right? But then other stuff, because Nana Kwaku was talking about, oh, the scamming and this and that. And it's like, bro, the way Africans be coming to the United States is scamming. The way we all know a Nigerian scammer. What has happened to Minnesota? We literally had a governor had to step out of the running for a governor's race because the Somalis there was doing so much damn scamming. We've literally lost the whole state. Minnesota is like literally little Mogadishu. The way a lot of Africans come to the United States and grape our system, I'm not saying it's not many that come. Yeah, there are a lot like they come, they work hard, they get their degrees and all of that. Respect, value education, respect, but like it's not even close. Like if you want like the exploitation, you want to compare the exploitation that Black Americans are doing in Africa right now versus the way Africans have come to the United States and exploited the system, baby. It's not even close. And this is not me advocating for these men's right to go to Africa and do pay for play. I'm just saying it's like, you can't like, can y'all address that too? Haven't been, but I think Brazil is the best destination because it weeds out the BS. It's far and more expensive, plus a whole different language. Yeah. Went to high school. You went to high school with a whole bunch of Nigerians. Like, bruh, the way Nigerians, it's not just Nigerians, like the way West Africans be scammed. Like they all, like, let's be clear. The scamming is, y'all wouldn't even believe it. Y'all wouldn't even believe the scams. And then we be wondering, like, yeah, part of it do be that they value education, but a lot of it be because like they come over here to exploit the system. Like I was even talking to a Dominican once, and he was saying how he would take advantage of the refund system. You know how you can take stuff back and get a refund in the United States? So what he would do, like he said, let's say there's a book or something. I would go to the Dollar Tree or the Dollar General and find it. And I would look and scan the barcode and see if he was at Target. Okay. He said he would take that same book, go to a Target, and Target would take it back. You know, if you don't have the receipt, Target will put it on a gift card for you. So then he would just do that with a whole bunch of stuff and go to different Target locations, and boom, now you done ran you up $100 or a $200 gift card and you can buy groceries. The average American don't know to do stuff like that. But he was like, yeah, here in Dominican Republic, you can't do that. Once you buy something, you can't refund it or get store credit. We don't do that here. Y'all be letting anything go over there. But you got to understand, they don't see it as like, oh, a kind thing that you're doing for the consumer. They see it as this, the way we do life over there. They see it as you stupid, we're stupid, and everybody is a lick. Even though to us, that's just good customer service. The Indians in Kenya are running circles around the Kenyans, and yet Nana does not call them out. Mariah, look it up now. Top richest people in Kenya, all Indian. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I'm like, the Black American is like the least of y'all concern. So I'm not understanding, honestly. And again, I'm with him in saying, hey, y'all shouldn't be going over there trying to put the women on blast like I did the women in Colombia. But baby, we not gonna act like the Africans don't come with their own set of very negative stereotypes. So when they try to make it seem like, oh, we just ghetto, we this and that, it's like, boo, y'all come with y'all own set of stereotypes.
Problem 3 on the board. Please don't be me. Please don't be me. I know, Miss Einstein. Let's give someone else a try, Ralphie. How about you, Sophie?
Okay. So I'm going to stop sharing this and we're going to actually go over and see what Skitter had to say. Because he reacted to Kari. Now, I'm telling y'all off top, I'm on Kari's side. I don't know Skitter, but whatever you guys say, I'm on Kari's side, period. That's my homie.
They by the store. It's by the door. That shit ain't no whore.
Sir, why are you playing this music on YouTube?
Alright, we really leave that shit like that. I'm mad at Kari for me. So basically what I'm getting at is, for real, nigga sent me this and said the nigga said that I'm the reason people getting deported out of Medellin and shit like that.
Well, he didn't say you was the only reason. He said you was part of the problem. So there's a difference. That behavior is the reason. So you making it personal, but okay.
Watched like the first 2 minutes of the shit. I was like, let me just watch it on
Hey, Jeremiah.
Give me something to do. I'll be bored as shit.
Man, real bad though.
All right. Let me know if y'all can hear it and shit, yo. Let me know if y'all can hear it. Shit.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Kari.HQ here, back again with another video. In today's video, I want to try to unpack the recent issues that travelers have been having with Migration Colombia, as it pertains especially
I'm
to
hungry. I'm
the
a
Black
cook
community,
while I'm listening to this.
as there's been a lot of commentary made about how they are targeting Black people and treating Black people bad. Now, all I want to do really in this video is dispute some of the rumors, and also I want to show y'all why they look at Black people in such a bad way here in Colombia. And it's not their fault 100%. Some of the blame is on you, Black man. That's right. I'm going to use some of the content that I've seen Black creators put out to show you exactly why Colombians look at most Black travelers as degenerate passport bros. All right. So with no further ado, let's hop into it. So first off, I got to just be straight with you guys.
First of all, yo, I'm mad at Kari for making this video. I know who Kari is. Him and Mo had the differences in the past and shit. I told Mo squash it, but Mo wanna type tip like fuck these niggas. So shit, I'm gonna let him do what he do. Shit. I'm not mad at Kari for saying, if he did say that, I still ain't watching rest of the video, but I'm not mad at him for saying that I'm the reason niggas getting deported, or I'm one of the reasons niggas getting deported. I get that every day. Niggas tell me that shit every day, all the time. I'm like, that ain't nothing new. I'm mad at Kari for showing this video. Kari, you supposed to choose a way better video than this. How you gonna choose it? You trying to say that I'm fucking it up because I'm posting whatever, right? You supposed to show a way better video than this. This ain't nothing. I was chilling on this video. You supposed to show the video where I'm dragging in the club, dragging, or hella biddies. Like you could have showed this video. Really, this video.
I mean, but really, Skitter, the point was that that's really all it takes. That's really all it takes. You don't gotta be up in the club doing the most. To them, you showing the women like in that manner, you showing the sex sounds. You promoting, look, these women that are known prostitutes in the park, and Migration looks and see, oh, Migration ain't dumb. They look and they know who's a working girl, who is not. That's literally all it takes. That's it. So he don't gotta show you going to the extreme. It's really that simple. I got the volume all the way up, y'all, on here. Let me see.
Oh, this was my last day in Medellin. We was chilling. This wasn't even nothing crazy. This not even good evidence. This not even good evidence. This on some chill shit. Me and Fabiana be chilling. We be dragging. Just you hear me? You supposed to show some shit where I'm really cutting. This one. You supposed to show this. Watch it. Let me go on the TikTok. Cause I can't even. Let me go on the TikTok, yo. This video was crazy. I remember seeing that a couple years ago. She was geeking in that video. I hope she's not an officer no more. Car, you supposed to show this. Watch out. Let me see. You could have showed this. Watch out. Let me lower this. I know this shit probably loud. You supposed to show this, Kari. Me dragging with the yeah on the yeah. All at the yeah with the yeah. You supposed to show this. You should have just, instead of showing that video, you should have just went to the TikTok. You should have just went to the TikTok. You know, but I would, if I had to choose a video, I would want you to show. It'll probably be this one. It'll probably be this one. Let me see, because we was dragging this day. Let me see, yeah. This what you should have showed, Kai. This what you should have showed right here, bro. This what you should have showed right here. Yeah, we all down the club. These niggas, they all down the club. They fucking up the pricing. What's the word I'm looking for? Oh my god. I can't think of the word I'm looking for. Somebody give me the word. I'm fucking up the, like, how much niggas pay and shit. I'm inflation, shit like that. I can't think of the word. My bad. Shit. They down that bitch.
I mean, I get he's trying to like handle the situation with some humor and was like, you could have showed me doing way worse. I get it. But at the same time, Skitter, why? That's what I'm saying. Why you gotta do the most? I'm not understanding. You do a lot. You do the most, Skitter. I ain't gonna hold you. This is why if you going anywhere near, go with Nick like this who want attention. Yeah, it's like he want to be known for doing the most.
They throwing money. They raising the prices. The biddies want more money because they dragging. You should have posted this. You go post me on my last day in Medellin. This is what you was supposed to do. Us in there dragging. And I got like 5-6 other videos.
But here's the thing. You being in the club, that's not the problem. You posting us in the club, I don't think he understands the nuance in the situation. You posting, you partying and being in the club, that's not the problem. It's the you posting the women in reference to sex. It's the sex sounds. It's the you posted up at the crib with a pro. Yeah, he funny.
Videos just like this one. I got like 5-6 other videos just like this one.
That ain't the problem.
You can hear me. Can y'all hear me?
That ain't the problem.
Yeah. Shit. I got like 5-6 other videos just like, let me give you one more on the yeah tip. Hold up. We might gotta go to, watch out.
He don't get that the club is not the problem.
This is what you really should have posted, for real. If you was gonna say that I'm fucking shit up.
He don't get it, y'all. He don't get it, chat.
Let me see. This one right here. This is what you should have posted. This would have really got him. Look at this nigga. What the fuck? This nigga, why is he down there dragging like this? What is he can't keep getting away with this. This is what you should have posted. You should have started it right here Cause we was cutting me, Paran and B-Nod. We was dragging. You found me. Nate was with us. We was cutting. Who this? B-Nod down there dragging. We all in the air dragging. Look, that's when
None of that is the problem.
That's when I first met Brody and shit. Look.
He don't understand that none of that is the problem. He don't get the difference. Of course, when you out into the club, guess what? It's gonna be women that's gonna be in the perimeter, peripheral, might even be in the section. You allowed to go party in Medellin. That ain't the same as you posting sounds of people sleeping, like sex noise, and people literally having sex on your YouTube channel. You don't get it.
We been doing this. Nate, blame Nate. Don't blame me. Blame Nate. Shit. Niggas always want to be blaming me for shit. Blame Nate. Shit. What you blaming me for?
Okay, that's the problem.
And this ain't nothing crazy. This regular shit.
Yeah, showing you throwing money on the chick. They don't want to see that, y'all. They don't like that whole throwing money up in the air culture, all of that. No, yeah, that's a problem. They don't want to see that. Now, the girls just being in the section with you, y'all got to understand the nuances to all of this. It's nuance. You got to learn how to read the room and check the temperature. Nothing wrong with paper play, but when you flaunting it, it makes all of us look bad because you can't be posting women like that. That ain't cool. Yeah. Now, all of that would have been fine, and the women are just in the section. The second you posting, you throwing money on them, now it becomes a paper play video. You might have just been throwing money on her just cause, but what it looks like to immigration is paper play and promoting that.
We wasn't even in that bitch doing nothing. But you could have showed, to make a long story short, you could have showed way more. Appreciate the $50. Chambers came in with the $50. Hold up. Highlight. Is this bitch on a yeah? Hold up. Chambers with the $50. Appreciate it, Brody. Brody always showing love. You and me. You could have showed way better videos than this one. You could have showed some. Watch out, because I'm more mad at him about showing about the video he showed than what he's saying. I get that every day, bro. Yeah, it's my fault. And yo, do y'all niggas really think that I'm that big to where as though I hold some type of like weight like that?
Sir,
come on, bro.
No, okay, let's be very clear. Majority of us in the travel space are not that big. Like, relatively speaking, if you compare us to other YouTubers, we're we not even a drop in the bucket. If you compare us to, we don't got as much motion as other YouTubers doing other things, which is why I'm starting my paranormal activity channel, because that's a bigger market, right? This is a very small corner of the internet. But to Colombia, it's very relevant. It has a very big impact. So you don't have to be the biggest person in the world for them to see you as somebody making waves. Yeah, I mean, he's funny. And that's why I said, Jeremiah, I don't understand why he acting that way, because he doesn't strike me as the type of dude that, like, this, okay. Let me say this, because I know a lot of y'all think I think all black, Homies Hub made it seem like I just say the things I say because I don't like black men. But there is a huge difference between Skitter and the homies hub. Looks wise, like la cara, the face, it's not even the same. I see men like Skitter all the time with women in the United States. Midnight black buttermilk skin, nice, clean shaven, very nice facial features. He is by no means an ugly man, and he's young, looks to be in shape. I said it before, for those of y'all who are just now joining, y'all make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe. Most of the time, when men like this don't have a woman in the United States, it's not because they can't get one, it's because they be on bullshit. He should be able to sit down, get married, do all that. He is not an ugly man. He's not unattractive. I know plenty of Latina women and light-skinned women that date his type. He probably couldn't get the women that he wanted because of how he acts. But he's not a unattractive. Y'all don't be seeing them midnight black brothers like this. Smooth skin, the ones that got he got smooth buttermilk skin, nice features. Good hygiene. Always brushing them damn waves. Y'all don't see them with women in the United States. I see them all the time. And guess what? The same ninjas women be coming complaining to me about. They be having to quit fucking with him because he be on bullshit. It don't be because they can't get him. It be because they be on bullshit. So I'm gonna keep it real. When again, not all passport bros just ugly, dusty dudes. Thank you for telling me that. Yeah, the passport bro space aren't doing the numbers like the white. It's not. All of us aren't. I'm including myself in that.
You supposed to show some thick shit. Watch out, yo. You supposed to show some thick shit. You could have showed. Why you ain't show no black bitty? You could have went flavors. I got hella flavors. Now, Fabiana, she top tier. That's top tier bitty. Don't get it fucked up. That's top tier bitty. It is. But you could have showed. Come on, bro. Oh, and I.
Video Skita is kind of a new creator that I've never heard of up until this point, but he's doing his thing. 6,000K subscribers. I hope I'm saying that right. And I'm not the YouTube police either, so I want to say that. But now we're having these issues where people are kind of throwing their hands up, like, what's going on? Why are they keep posting black people to the migration page for getting rejected from the country? Well, as a black man, I have to say I don't see as many videos and content coming from other races like what we're about to watch here. And this is part of the reason why we're being targeted. Until black men can come down to a place like Colombia, do their dirt, go home, and shut up and not have to go online and post about it, then I think we're going to keep having problems. But I think what's going unsaid here is how so many black men decided that they would come to Colombia and post a certain type of content that makes it look like they're having much more success with women than they actually are, or make it seem like it's much more easier to date the women out here than it actually is. In actuality, most of these guys are dealing with pros/hoes, but they're treating them like the girlfriend. Now that's cool. That's fine. I mean, it's a business, right? So the chicks are out there selling that, and I can't get mad at the guy for buying it. But the moment you run back home and want to post about it online and act like you really did something, that's where we start to get problems, okay? So let's kind of react to this video here.
Let me read some chats before we get back into it. Young James, what's up, yo? Who's Kari? Kari is a box professor. Box HQ. But why Kari hating? Yeah, you for sure got wilder vids. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying, bro. I got way crazier videos than the one he just showed me. Yo, if he would have...
For those of y'all who are interested in my paranormal channel, I just put the tag in the description box, in the comment section. So the channel is called When Darkness Falls, but the tag is When Darkness Falls 7. Okay, because that tag wasn't available. So y'all make sure y'all follow it. Okay. Also, right now, for those of y'all who are interested in learning Spanish, and I work with beginners. So if you've never taking Spanish class, or it's been a while, or you're rusty, or you're embarrassed. A lot of people, they don't want to learn because they're like embarrassed. I'm a safe space. All my students know they can make as many mistakes as they want to, and I take my time, and all my classes are completely tailored. So right now, if you email me, I have a promo going on. You can do monthly with me, 2 classes a week. That's about 8 classes, $250. You know, so, and you can pay month to month. It's not like a contract or anything like that. So if you want to take it 1 month, but you can't take it another month, that's fine. Now, I suggest you be consistent if you want to progress.
That's all he had to do. Skeeter, I'm about to make a video. I know, look, niggas always saying you the reason Medellin fucked up, even though you really ain't even that big for real. Like, let's keep it 100, bro. Out of all the travelers, where do I rank? I'm probably like 30th, 25th, probably if that.
But he talked about pad too.
Like, if you want to do specifically black travelers, I'm probably like 20th, 30th. Like, it's hella niggas, bro. I'm not the biggest nigga. You hear me?
He talked about the homies hub. He talked about pad. Now, did he specifically, did you get more focus in this video? Yes.
Skeeter, I'm about to make a video on how you fucking up Medellin. Everybody keeps saying it, whatever, bit by bit. Which video you think I should choose to show this? I would have gave him the craziest timestamps. Us in the club. I might have just sent the Twitter, because the Twitter is really where it get crucial. I try to keep it minimum. Oh, look. See, I'm fucking up again. On the
I want to point out, because again, he's playing and being funny, and you know what? He's taking it in jest, and that's good. Like, I'd rather him do that than it be a whole rah-rah thing. But I also do want to point out why there's such this big schism. And this is like Takari and all the black men that are actually like living abroad. I need y'all to understand that these men who are weekend warriors don't give a damn about you and how you living and the consequences and repercussions and the fallout that you might deal with as a result of their actions. Because at the end of the day, they're coming and they're leaving. So they don't care. There's no unity in this. They don't look and say, hey, we got to protect the image of the other brothers that look like us that's trying to do good. And they don't care. Same way how a lot of these men that cut up and act a fool in the United States don't give a damn about the other black men that's trying to do right. They don't care.
On the first try tip, yeah. On the Twitter, I try to keep it minimum rated R. Yeah, I try not to go TVMA on the Twitter. But you know, on the Twitter, they just let you do what the fuck you want to do. And I love it. So, but I might have just gave him the Twitter, because it get crazy on the Twitter. All right. He ain't do his research. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He said a nigga sent him the video. Bro, you supposed to straight watch a couple really see you hear me? He watching the first video. No, bro. No, because some videos I'll be tired and I'll be chilling and I don't really feel like dragging. But then you got other videos where I'm cutting. I'm really, you hear me? Whose car is she official? I ain't even seen the car vid. I already know he be hating. Skeeter, what are you going to do if they are going to deport you? I'm going to the DR. I'm going to the DR. Here's the thing though, bro. We gonna finish watching Kari video, but here's the thing though, bro. Me and Mo, we already did the calculations, bro. Millions of people coming through Colombian immigration. Only 130 got deported. The percentages you're not gonna get deported, bro.
Appreciate you.
You're not gonna. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen, bro. If you go through Medellin shit, if you go through Medellin 500 times, you're gonna get stopped 5 to 10 times.
I like this comment. Dudes like that have no shame, no racial pride, and no social regulators, like a well-paying job or reputation to protect. Now, I don't know what he does for work, but it's been like this. I think in the travel space, a lot of y'all are just kind of like catching on. But like, it's been like this for a very long time in the United States, where you have had the bad apples be the bad representation, and the ones of us that are like, hey, you need to get your shit together and not behave like that because you're making all the rest of us look bad. It's like, now you're an Uncle Tom or you're a coon. And then what happens? We sit back and then we be quiet, and then the behavior spreads and the behavior worsens. And then like, these people don't really care about the race as a whole, because if they did, they wouldn't act like that. The only time they seem to care is now when the heat is on them, and now they want to scream racism. And then they want us to come like rally behind them. Now they want us to fall on the blades for them. And now we got to go to bat with the rest of the world, go to war with the rest of the world for them, when they could have easily been a good governor of self and not did the shit that they did. So that's the only time these types become race people, is when it's like, oh my God, now the white police done said something to me, or the white people or the other racist people in my neighborhood done said something about my behavior. Black people come, they're being racist. They hate us. And it's like, no. Were you doing what you were supposed to be doing? Were you abiding by the social contract? Did you care about how you presented yourself? Oh, okay. Now we have to be mad. You didn't care about how you made us look, but now the rest of us have to be mad for you. And I did it for years, y'all. And I decided a couple years ago, I'm not doing it anymore. Now I ask questions. What did you do? What did you do first? What were you doing? Did you even have any business being over there? Okay. What are your patterns of behavior? I start looking, before I decide I'm going to support, I look at everything. I dissect it from the window to the wall. Before you get my support, you can't just scream racism. The issue is that he is just venting and don't want to act right. Please don't let this ninja go to DR. He need to just stay at home, man. Well, they'll be more lenient with him in DR, for sure.
What are we talking about?
And the reason why they'll be more lenient, the race thing does matter, y'all. Because when he come to DR, like let's say he come to Santo Domingo, it's so many people that look like him over here. Versus Medellin is like majority of like mestizo or white. You know, it's a whole different culture. They might think he, I don't know, it's different over here. I'll admit that.
Bro, I be feeling like niggas just be trying to catch a high. Like this is not a problem. This is not a problem. This isn't an issue. Appreciate the $5. The international. Let me see. How much are you making a month off YouTube? And do you think it's a start YouTube now? Or is it a good idea for you to start? I'm not gonna tell you how much I'm making, but I'll tell you, like, I'm doing like the ads is off on this video. Ain't no ads on this video. If y'all getting ads on this video, something up with y'all shit. I got ads off. Cause I already know we gonna handle this Kari shit, and then we gonna go into the second segment of the live. Why do I love BBLs? And that's a whole different but we gonna handle this first. All right.
I'm telling y'all why he's single, y'all. This type of man, if I'm sorry, I ain't gonna hold you. This man seemed freaky. He seemed like he freaky. He seemed like he freaky. It ain't that he can't get women in the United States. This a freaky man. And freaky men, they always have trouble. Like, a lot of times it be their fault why they don't have a girlfriend or, you know, some cute, beautiful girl somewhere, because he too freaky. You know, he don't give vibes like do y'all, in y'all heart of hearts, does this look like a faithful man to you? No. No. So this the type of man, he gonna have to deal with freaks. Because most women is not gonna put up with his appetite. I already know he a freak because he's sitting there talking about he love BBLs. Ain't nothing wrong with BBLs. Ain't nothing wrong with BBLs. And it's a lot of men, they don't care whether you got a BBL or you natural. But when he says something about I love BBLs, I know you a freak. I know you a freak. And again, ain't nothing wrong with BBLs. That ain't what I'm saying. But a man sitting up talking about he love you, you's a freak. You a freak, man.
Get back to the Kari video. I don't think that I hold enough weight in this travel game, in this travel space, for a nigga to say that I'm the reason shit fucked up in the city. Like,
well, he was just using you as an example.
Bro. Niggas don't know who I am, bro. I might get recognized in the airport one time, once or twice. I might be on the same plane as a nigga who know who I am. I might walk through the park. 5 niggas might see me, know who I am. Although some niggas do look at me, know who I am, and just don't say nothing. I know that be happening too. But I'm not no fucking
BM2.
I'm not Pablo, nigga. They don't know who I am, bro. Nobody knows who I am. Immigration don't know who I am. Nobody knows who I am. That's why I keep getting through, because don't nobody know who I am. I'm not no big top shot nigga, bro. Like, what are we really talking about here? You hear me?
We're gonna start off from the top.
I'm more pissed about this video.
I'm a skip because it's long.
At the very beginning, and I was like, this is too.
Every single time. Nigga can't do nothing. We just dragging on that bitch. We not hurting nobody. We not stepping on nobody's toes. I'm still confused on how I could possibly be the reason anybody gets in trouble.
I'm not gonna hold you, man. I just not to talk shit about Skidder, but like, I don't even want to keep reviewing it. Because again, he got a cool sense of humor. He not really going in on Kari. It's not a beef thing. He just reacting to it. And he seemed like he just be a cool like he just cool. He just chilling, right? But like, I want to try to say this without offending him and being offensive. Like, bro, certain people, they can only understand certain shit to their capacity. Did that sound wrong for me to say? It's certain people, they've been living a certain way for a very long time and they just are who they are. And it's really no harm meant. It's just they only gonna understand shit to their capacity. So like when you try to, so to him, it's like, why are you fucking with me? I'm just over here living my life having fun, right? But it's like when you're trying to explain to them, yes, but like right now, it's hot over here and it's causing that, and putting on it on the internet is causing XYZ effect on work. They don't see that, nor do they care. So it's like, what can you really do? It's nothing you can really say to somebody that has that type of mentality, because they, at the end of the day, they have a self-centered view. Everything is just about them having fun. And anything you have to say is just seen as you hating on them having fun or trying to stop them from having fun. And they don't understand nuance. Like, it's not necessarily what you do, it's how you do it. It's the way you go about it. You know what I'm saying? Skeeter, I'm pretty sure it's women that get very frustrated with you because you done did some fuck shit and you thought it was cool, and she trying to explain to you like it's the way you went about it, but you don't get it. I already can tell this type of mindset. Again, it's not that he's a bad person. He seemed like a nice guy, a laid back personality. He just don't get it. And there's nothing you can say that's gonna make him understand. Because Kari broke it down real good. His first travel blog was in DR. Yeah, like, I don't think they'll make, in DR, they don't really care too much about stuff like this. Colombia does. So, sir, you can come to DR. Maybe you should save this type of stuff. And I'm not saying you should come to DR and do it. But again, time, place, and the way you do stuff matters. It's not as hot in the DR for y'all yet. Colombia is hot over there. So why are you going over there doing that? You think he too wild? Have you seen his other stuff? Look, if he really that wild, and I'm not wishing this on him, but if it's, if it gets here, YouTube will only let certain stuff get to a point. And that's just what it is. If you're really out here, y'all see how they did Skylar. Y'all see how they done Myron like this a few times. Y'all see it's so many creators that YouTube will give you enough rope to hang yourself. Okay. Oh, he just show off the girls. Yeah, I'm like, I don't even want to he just don't get it. Now, let me do this. Y'all said BMT got into it with the Andrew show. Let's see what's going on there. Okay, let me go to the Andrew show. How'd I get into it? Y'all drop the link or something if they got into it. Where'd I get into it at? I don't see that. Y'all told me BMT got into it with the Andrew show. Where y'all see that beef at? Y'all let me know. I want to cover it. Where'd I get into it? Okay. Now, I'm going to head over to Nana Kwaku channel. Let's see what he got to say. Y'all, BMT and the Andrew show got into it. Y'all got to send me the link or something. Now, I'm going to go to Nana Kwaku show. And this says American YouTubers. Ooh. Went to Chica. Big mistake. All right.